At least once in our lifetime, we all have been explosively manipulated by our co-workers, friends and family members too. Being manipulated is certainly intimidating, but it can be a defeating experience when we lose rare opportunities of showcasing our caliber. I've admittedly been there, and I unquestionably recognize how it feels when people play their cards and eventually let you down. How can you prevent yourself from explosive manipulation? How can you help yourself from being abused? We are going to talk about all of this, and if that sounds interesting, let's hop into the video. Welcome to Elements of Fulfillment, a show that elevates your day-to-day performance, and today we are talking about manipulation. Evidently, I can suggest you approaches that I employ in such inescapable circumstances. Before I count on the ways to deal with this, I request you to hear this out as a neutral entity. I don't claim, accuse, sympathize and empathize you of being a manipulative or of being a victim of relentless manipulation. But a considerable number of people have played both the roles. In order to improve concurrently as a victim and as an assailant, I appeal you to step back and widen your prospect. I have categorized manipulative behaviors in three. They are number 1, victim card holders, 2, proficiency card holders, and 3, violence card holders. Let's begin with number 1, victim card holders. Commonly encountered, these are the ones who don't readily accept their flaws. And when you try to confront them, they show up their victim card. This kind of card holders train themselves from a very young age. We all have had at least one student in our class who never did his assignments on time and whenever asked always had his reasons planned and laid to seek empathy. These individuals always seek solace and win over the situation. Whilst a number of times even we do this out of generosity under real circumstances, you need to carefully identify who's doing it deliberately and who's not. The only way to deal with this is to observe them. Try to analyze how true are their reasons by questioning them over and over. A number of people also do it unknowingly. Here you need to stand out and be a mentor. Teach them how to be responsible. Comfort them enough that they don't feel sad and upset, but cheer them simultaneously so that they are bold enough of accepting their mistakes. Number 2 are proficiency card holders. We often experience terrible days. Work pressure, poor academic performance, heated arguments, breakups and whatnot. In these times of grief, we wish to have some emotional support and especially from the loved ones. Sometimes we are lucky enough to find a shelter to warm up our feelings. But at times we end up with people who don't really understand what we are going through. All they try to portray is whatever is happening to us is trivial or insignificant. Instead of listening to how messed up we are right now, they start talking about their own hardships. They talk about how tough their life has been and how easy, pointless and incompetent we are. I prefer to address these kind of people as proficiency card holders. They are highly advanced as if from the 31st century. They know everything and they have experienced 100 more years than us. And the worst part is that they don't allow one to have opinions just because those opinions, problems or difficulties are negligible. Proficiency card holders require comparison to stand out. Every moment they compare, not to improve but to find flaws in the other person, make a note of them and gradually attack. Even if you become the youngest billionaire tomorrow, they can give you 100 reasons why they are still better than you. And number 3 are violence card holders. These are the ones who choose violence to demonstrate their highness. Before stating their traits, I'd like to suggest you to move on from them or find some protection if you're actually being bullied. Violence card holders, as the name suggests, are the ones who believe in physically attacking an individual to validate their views. I have encountered a million like these, and this stunts their growth as an individual. because they lose on their interpersonal skill of communication, negotiation and whatnot. They can beat you up to any extent to prove their competency. It is highly advised to stay a mile away from these toxic personalities. Apart from these, there are a few more fundamental varieties of people around us. I've talked about them in detail on my podcast Code Export, which is now streaming on Apple Podcasts, Spotify and many more. The links of all are available in the description below. If this video brought you wisdom, then do consider subscribing and hitting the bell icon. I hope you like this video, and I'd love to make a video on subjects that bother your lifestyle. Comment below and connect with me on Instagram, Facebook and all other social media platforms. The links of all are available in the description. Until then, cheerio.